Hi and welcome back to the channel. This is Paul. Today we're going to unbox and do a brief review and a run in the layout of a new locomotive. This is the high-end LGB HARS Mallet, part number 26952. And it just arrived yesterday. They arrived here in the States earlier this week, which is the last week in February. Just got it last night. So let's open this up, break it out of the box, take a quick look at it, and then we'll get it over on the layout and give it a test run. So the shipping carton, as you can see, suffered a little bit of damage from Missouri to Syracuse, New York. So let's hope there's no damage on the inside. I know some of you guys are probably a little bored of unboxing videos. I felt this one might be needed since there are a few of these made, and it's packaged up pretty well on the inside from what I can see. It's got styrofoam marked all the way around, so it does appear as though the box inside was damaged as well, as you can see here. So let's see if there's a double box that I can get into to see if the actual locomotive box is inside here. Now this is produced, yes it is. So this is produced by LGB. It's a high-end brass and die-cast metal locomotive. And this is the way it comes packaged. And it looks like there's no damage to the box inside, so that's good. Let's take out the corner pieces. The box weighs about 25 pounds, so I'm assuming the unit inside is fairly heavy, being die-cast metal and brass. So get the peanuts out of the way. The box is packaged in a plastic bag. Hopefully I can get this out without too much of a problem. Nothing else in the box, so I can put these corner pieces back in. Okay, let's get this out of the bag. So there's the box. Nice looking box. Looks like it picks up from the bottom here, so that's nice. On the inside, there's a pair of gloves, a couple of magnets to take care of the bells and the whistle, a wrench to use to take the unit off the base plate, some smaller detail parts here, several real tiny parts. I'll have to take a look at the instructions on how to assemble all of these later, but there's 3, 4, 5 little bags with very nice detail parts in with the engine. Standard literature, in a plastic bag with a certificate. I'm not sure how many of these were made. Normally they make, 300 sets of anything that's kind of a limited production model. This one, it doesn't appear to have any sort of number on it, other than it's being certified that it's an exclusive model by LGB products. So that's that. More information. I'll take a look at that later. Some more detail parts. I'm not sure what for, but I'll have to obviously read into that to determine what those parts are for and where they go on the locomotive. So let's take this out of the box. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip it upside down. That shouldn't hurt it. Take the lower box off. There we go. Put that aside. As you can see on the bottom here, there's an aluminum plate that is used to hold the locomotive to it and keep it from jiggling around. And this is how Markland pretty much packages all of their units as well. We'll see if I can get this out. I'm sure it's a little bit tricky to pull out of the box. There we go. And the inside's got some metal pieces to give it some stability to protect the engine. Take off the vellum and plastic. Save that because you'll probably want to use that when you're repackaging the unit. And there is the engine. Now, before you turn this locomotive on its side like I've done here, make sure you've got something that will guard against the engine hitting a table or some hard surface. Towel would be good, piece of foam. In this case, I took a couple of pieces of foam packing out of the box and used that to lay the engine on its side. Because underneath here, where this foam is underneath the engine, are the 3 lock nuts and wing nuts used to hold the engine to the plate. So I'm going to take those off and show you the underside of the engine next. So here's the underside of the engine. The holes where the steam come out of the cylinders, that's the front. You'll see them on the back as well. So this engine has exhaust steam coming out of both sets of cylinders. That'll be nice to see. But a lot of detail. I'm going to take these washers off on the bottom and use the supplied wrench that we saw earlier. This wrench here, to take these little studs off the unit. So now with those 3 studs removed, there are brackets that actually hold the locomotive to the platform here. There's one here with screws on both sides, one on the middle section here with screws on both sides to take off. And I believe, yes, there's a screw here and a screw here to take this mounting plate or this mounting part out as well. So let me do that and we'll be back. All right, so now I've removed the 3 pieces of bracketry that do hold also the running or the motor blocks in place too as well, so that they don't move around during shipment. So it looks to be, it's been packaged very well. I don't notice any broken parts. I was missing 1 screw from the 1 bracket up here, so that may be somewhere else in the package. I'll look for that later. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a brief lubrication along the drivetrain and the axles, and then the next thing is we'll put that on the layout and we'll start it up. Again, looking at the top of the locomotive, the water hatch is open, and they reveal switches on both sides of the engine. This is for track pickup on and off, and this one is for smoke on and off. Also, the cab roof comes off, held in with magnets. Looks like one of the magnets came off. I'll have to glue that back on, but for the time being I'll stick it in. And you can see the inside of the locomotive. Very nicely detailed. Gauges up on top. Very nice. Let's put this back on. Okay, let's take it over to the layout and give it a run.
Gleich erreichen wir Wernigerode, Hochschule Harz. Fahrgäste, unser nächster Halt ist der Bahnhof Brocken. Unser Zug endet dort. Bitte alle aussteigen.